In the course of this series, we would be discussing about some essential and core mindsets. We would be discussing the type of mindset that if we integrate into our character would allow us to live a more prosperous and success-oriented lifestyle. Mindsets that would allow us to flourish in different areas of our life like social, personal, career-wise, our growth, and simply put, it would boost our overall functioning as a human being. Hey, but what do I mean by mindsets exactly? Your mindsets are the principles by which you think. They are the foundational principles by which you focus on a specific genre of thoughts while dismissing the others. They are what I like to call mental codices. If you change your mindset, you change the principles by which you think, which allows you to completely shift your thinking pattern. Now, why is this series so important, or why should you, I, or anybody else focus on learning about this, or why should we invest our time on developing our mindsets? Well, it's quite simple actually, just get the equation. Your mindsets are the foundation of your thoughts. Your thoughts allow you to feel a certain way. Then those feelings drive you to action. Then those actions create your habits. And it is those habits that make or break you. It is those habits that make you poor or wealthy. It is those habits that keep you happy or devour you in depression. I repeat, mindsets develop your thoughts create your feelings and emotions drive you to action, then those actions create your habits, and your habits decide your overall quality of life. So if you desire to better the quality of your life, or you wish to change your habits, your feelings, or your thoughts, then the content of this series might be super valuable to you. If none of the mentioned reasons appeal to you, I still assure you that you would find this series very interesting, because I would be doing my best to share with you the whole process of how, as a human, when you change your mindset, how that simple change affects your thoughts, then that mental shift affects your feelings, that in end affects your actions, that end up creating your habits, and then those habits define your character and overall quality of life. This process of how mindset converts into action and habits is really interesting because it allows you to predict and evaluate the behavior of other people on the basis of their mindset. If you know what seed is planted in the ground in front of you, you can predict what fruit it will reap when it grows, right? Similarly, if you know the roots of a person's thought pattern, which is the mindset, then you can predict their behavior from it. This would allow you to better understand others and would result in you being able to better interact with them. If you could predict how a certain person would act or react in a situation, you can manipulate the situation to get the desired reaction. Make sense? So for anyone who is willing to help others or is just willing to improve their social life, then understanding of how mindset converts into behavior can be a super valuable tool. Not only will it be easy for you to predict the behavior of others, but it would also help you predict your own behavior. If you can properly predict your own behavior based on your current mindsets, then you can be in a position to better manage your own mindsets, disposing the destructive mindsets while keeping the constructive ones. I hope all of this makes sense. It is a key thing to note that just as mindsets can result into a change of behavior, changing behavior can also result in a change of mindset. It's a two-way path. It goes both ways. Changing your posture of how you sit, how you walk, how wide your eyes are open, whether you have a soft smile on your face or not, all that behavior can result in you feeling more confident. It can result in you having a mindset of a confident person. So to maximize the benefit of this series, if you desire to integrate a mindset into your character, not only do you have to affirm yourself that you accept it, but it would be much better if you start acting as if it is already integrated. I hope this makes sense. So as mentioned, in this series we will be looking into different mindsets. In the discussion of each mindset, we will look into how that specific mindset would influence our thinking pattern. Then we will look into what kind of feelings would those thoughts generate in us. Then those feelings and emotions would urge us to act a certain way. We would discuss what those actions would likely be. And lastly, those actions will create habits, and those habits will overall change and hopefully better the quality of our lives. So this would be our model of discussion. From discussing about the mindsets to what actions and lifestyle changes we have consequence from all that. I named this series Mental Codex because firstly, that's literally what this series is about. Mental means related to the mind, related to mentality, and codex means codes or principles. The series is about discussing the principles which form our mental thought patterns. And secondly, I think the phrase Mental Codex sounds super unique and awesome. If you have any specific mindset that you believe would be valuable for others to integrate in their thought pattern, then please do mention it in the comments. It would be a super nice opportunity for me and other people to learn from your experiences. With that, let us bring this series intro to an end. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, do feel welcome to vocally poop it out in the comments. If you wish to support my work, do subscribe, give this video a thumbs down because of how not awesome it is, and give it a share to spark curiosity. Be sure to check out the video description and more of my uploads. Well, thank you super duper much for watching, and see you awesome folks in another video.